morning, and thank you for tuning in to another installment of On This Day. Today is Friday, January 23rd, 2026. I'm Christy, and I'll be taking you on this journey to the past, the present, the strange, and possibly other dimensions. That being said, since it's Friday, we're going to recap what we talked about Monday and Wednesday, and learn some new stuff about today. So, hop in the car, pop on some tunes, and let's go for a ride. It's going to get crazy. In 1980, Pink Floyd's 11th studio album, The Wall, began a 15-week run on the top of the album. No. At the top of the Billboard 200, the double LP progressive rock opera became one of the highest grossing albums of all time in the United States. Excuse me. In 1967, the Monkees scored their one and only hit in the UK with I'm a Believer. The song was wildly successful, earning gold status within 2 days of their release. My goodness, I'm sorry, excuse me. In 2011, Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler became a judge on season 10 of American Idol. In 1993, the classic lineup of Fleetwood Mac reunited after 6 years for the inauguration of Bill Clinton as president. The reason they got back together after 6 years is because Bill Clinton used one of their songs, Don't Stop, as one of his primary songs on his campaign trail. In 2006, Wilson Pickett died at the age of 64 following a heart attack. He scored 15 top 10 singles in the U.S. One of his best known was In the Midnight Hour. Monday's factoids. It was Tin Can Day and Popcorn Day. In 1785, Richard Crosby became the first man to fly a hot air balloon in Ireland. In 2025, after more than a year of bloody conflict, Hamas and Israel had a ceasefire. In 2023, Jacinda Ardern resigned as Prime Minister of New Zealand. She served from 2014 to 2023. She also was the most influential. In 2013, Earth-like calcium-rich deposits were found on Mars. The same day, 7-time Tour de France winner, Lance Armstrong confessed to doping during all his wins on Oprah. In 1993, Pixar and Disney collaborated to make Toy Story. The film was Pixar's first full-length movie. In 1983, Apple released their first computer with a graphical user interface. In 1971, the Beatles song Helter Skelter was played in court during Charles Manson's trial. I think we all know why. In 1966, Indira Gandhi was elected as India's 4th Prime Minister. In 1955, the board game Scrabble went on sale in the UK. It was made 17 years prior in the US. In 1861, the state of Georgia seceded from the US. It was the 5th state to do so, following South Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. Upon joining, it became one of the founding states of the Confederate States of America. Lastly, in 1607, the construction for the San Augustine Church in Manila was completed. It's the oldest stone church standing in the Philippines. On Wednesday's recap, in 1978, the defining soundtrack of the disco era, Saturday Night Fever began a 24-week run at the top of the U.S. album charts. In 2012, Adele went on to the top to the top of the Billboard charts with her second studio album, 21. The LP had 5 hit singles, and the album sold 31 million copies worldwide. In 1968, 2 great artists intertwined. Jimi Hendrix and The Experience recorded their version of Bob Dylan's song All Along the Watchtower at London's Olympic Studios. In 2002, pioneering singer-songwriter and actress Peggy Lee died at the age of 81. With a career that spanned more than 60 years, she made 60 albums and 1,000 songs. She was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1999 and received a Lifetime Achievement Award at the 1995 Grammys. On to the facts. It was Sweatpants Day and National Hug Day. I guess if you were desperate enough, you could hug your sweatpants. I don't judge. Anywho. In 2020, a meteor that was In 2020, a meteor that hit Australia 2.2 billion years ago, announced as Earth's oldest recognized meteorite impact structure. In 2014, Li Na became the first Asian-born tennis player to be entered into the International Tennis Hall of Fame. In 2018, America's Rocket Lab Electron shot a rocket into space that used an electric-filled pump engine into orbit. In 1981, the DeLorean began production in Northern Ireland. This was the only model made because the company had to file for bankruptcy after making only 9,000 cars, because although it was sleek, it didn't have much power behind it. So it looked good, but you couldn't, drive super fast. But who cares about driving fast when you can turn it into a time machine? Sorry. Anyhow, I'm a geek. I can't help it. In 1977, President Jimmy Carter pardoned all of those who basically dodged the draft during Vietnam. It's known as the Pardon of Selective Services Act. The president signed it on his first full day in office. In 1972, the first Star Trek convention took place in New York City. It was held at the Statler Hilton Hotel from January 21st to January 23rd. Last on Wednesday, in 1908, New York City passed a law banning women from smoking in public. Now, let's take a ride to Friday. On this day, factoids and trivia. Today in music history, we start with 1965, Downtown. Petula Clark made the first female singer to score a #1 hit since Vera Lynn in 1952. It placed at #2 in the UK, featured instrumentation from Led Zeppelin guitarist Jimmy Page, who was a young sessions artist at the time. In 1985, a ragtag group of misfits entered producer Jack Enderi's studio to record their first batch of songs under the name Nirvana. The 10-song The 10-song demo directly led to their deal with local label Sub Pop. In 1956, underage rock and roll fans in Cleveland faced a real-life footloose situation when the city banned kids under 18 from dancing in public unless supervised by an adult. Officials enacted a law dating back to 1931. Let's take a ride to find facts. Today is Handwriting Day and Measure Your Feet Day. Okay. On this day in 1909, a Morse code distress call was made, which led to the first radio sea rescue. The code read CQD, meaning come quick, danger. In 2025, Thailand became the first Southeast Asian country to legalize same-sex marriage. In 2018, strange, 12, oh, yeah, now we get into some strange. Okay. In 2018, 12 camels found to have Botox in their lips were disqualified from the Camel Beauty Contest. The King Abdulaziz Camel Beauty Contestant is in Saudi Arabia, and camels are judged on how beautiful their lips and humps are. I got nothing with that one. I'm sorry. I was kind of perplexed. Still a little limb and a little creeped out. That was definitely fit in the strange category. Anywho, in 2016, a Category 5 blizzard occurred in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast U.S., which covered the area in 3 feet of snow. The historic event killed 55 people and caused around $850 million in economic damage. In 2009, Adrian Hidalgo set the world record for spinning a Diablo around his leg 117 times in 1 minute. Not quite sure what a Diablo is, aside from the Mexican or Spanish word devil, but hey, if he wants to play with the devil, he can. I don't care. Anywho, in 1983, American Action Adventure Series A-Team first aired on NBC. In 1971, Prospect Creek excuse me. Where'd I go? Oh yeah. In 1991, Prospect Creek Camping, Alaska recorded negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit, making it the coldest temperature recorded in the U.S. That's even for me, that's cold, okay? If I say it's cold, because I'm perpetually hot. Anyway. Lastly, in 1870, U.S. cavalrymen massacred 200 pagan Blackfeet in the Marius Massacre. The 200 natives were almost all women, children, and elderly, and were meant to be under the protection of the U.S. government. Take a minute, Christy. You're good. Anywho, let's talk some trivia. Question: how many continents are there? Answer: 7. Question: what element does the chemical symbol K stand for? Answer: potassium. And anybody who's ever texted me that should know that answer, because every time somebody texts me K, I come back with potassium. So, Question. What's the primary language spoken in Brazil? Answer. Portuguese. Bonus. Ding, ding, ding. Question. What's the name of Harry Potter's owl? Answer. Hedwig. He's a cute owl, too. Birthdays. 1910, Django Reinhardt. 1943, Anita Pointer. Anita Pointer. 1953, Robin Zander. 1959, Earl Falconer. 1975, Nick Harmer. And 1998, I'm not sure you can even pronounce this, as XXX Temptation. So, triple X Temptation. I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out since I wrote it. Anyway, you can catch us here 7 days a week with Brian the Rock Stone on WCDI. And don't forget to check out the Top Rope Report every Sunday and Wednesday. Have a great weekend, y'all. Stay safe. And stay safe in the snowstorm coming this weekend. Please. All right. See you Monday.